Welcome to the Renisonce podcast. I'm Vison.
I'm Elijah.
I'm Zong.
And we have our special guest today,
Andrew Wang.
Hi.
Okay.
We're supposed to.
I'm Andrew Wang. I play chess and piano, among other things, but mostly...
Clash Royale.
Okay. Mostly
Dudes.
chess. Yeah, I spent 7 years playing chess. A little
We
too
should
long.
talk about your swimming. Your swimming.
Oh, yeah,
That was like 2 years when I was like 7. I don't even know how
So
old
what's
I was.
like, how good are you at swimming?
Huh?
How good are you?
This is
at
what you're gonna be
swimming?
known
For swimming, I was formerly on the Pacific swim team, and then I switched to Ned Bomber, another swim
What?
team. Ned Bomber, it's a different swim team.
And then were you like?
And then I
top
quit
of-
because I dropped like everything. My mom, like when I was little, she made me do like a lot of random things, and then we
Like
realized,
what
wait,
else?
this kid's like actually kind of good at chess. So I just dropped everything and I locked in on chess.
Was it your parents make you play chess?
Not
you like
really.
chess?
Chess was actually something I just saw our local library had one,
Yeah,
and then
I
I
remember
was like, you know what, let's try it, and then I was like,
It's like that
It
one
was
article
fun.
you read. about
yeah,
Andrew Wang,
yeah, I said that. In my
So is that a
article.
true story?
It's a true story. I'm not making it up. The
the
public library right by where I live.
what the story on
They
Andrew?
had,
There's a story on Andrew Wang.
Yeah.
There's
I saw
an
that
article,
news,
I
yeah.
said
Is
this.
that the one I said my profile picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And
then
he's like,
they had a chess program there, so I went. I played a couple games, and I was like, wait, this is cool. And then
how did you keep getting into that?
I just played online. Like, I
How
just
much
kept
money
playing
have you
online.
made from it?
Over 7 years, $8,000.
Wow.
Around.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's like $1,000 a year.
Wow.
Wow.
That's more money.
This
than
guy's
this
crazy
ever
at
made in his
math.
life.
That's true.
Wow.
When did you start doing competitive?
Competitive? That's a good question. I don't know. I think, okay, maybe like 2 to 3 years after, because in the very first year I started playing, I jumped from like very bottom to a really high rating, and then I
Yeah.
kind of plateaued out. Like I had a really huge fast increase.
Yeah.
So competitive, maybe around like 2 years into playing chess, maybe 1 to 2 years.
1 2 years, and
Yeah.
then did you get like a teacher? Or,
Yeah, I did get a teacher. Yeah,
And then you joined a club.
yeah, I joined the club, and then I had a teacher.
And then the club that you're in currently.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't really join a club. You either just go or you don't.
Or you
It's
don't
like
go,
San
yeah.
Diego
I know
Chess
what you
Club,
mean.
yeah. And then, yeah, I had a coach.
Sounds
It was like a free coach, and then it reached a point where I got better than the free coach. Like,
Oh,
I was better
it's
than
like
him,
a
so
paid
I had to
coach.
leave him. And I got a paid coach who's, like, actually good and knows what he's doing. So I just kept progressing from there and then playing tournaments and stuff.
And then, did you go to like any competitions outside the state?
Outside, oh, yeah, a lot, yeah.
Like how far away?
I've been to Philadelphia many times. I've been to
Wow.
Vegas maybe like by now 20 times maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. Because every year there's 3 major like international national tournaments in Vegas. So you go if you end up going like 3 times a year, and then I played for like 7 years.
Who's the most famous player you think you played against?
Me?
Yeah. Or you just
Uh,
met?
I've met. Well, there's a streamer called Eric Rosen. I've
Oh,
met him
yeah.
and I talked to him. But in terms of like famous player I've played, it's either Ben Feingold. You might have heard of him. He's like kind of a comedian, not really, but he's like a chess player. He's really good. I lost him. And then the women's Olympic chess team, they have a coach. I forgot his name. It's like Malikset Kachian or something. I drew him, and he got really mad because he thought he could beat me. And then he dropped out of the tournament the day after drawing me
Are there any
because
like
he's so tilted.
physical altercations?
In chess,
Yeah.
Do you ever like fight somebody?
not on it like in big tournaments on an international level that will never happen. TDs
Yeah.
will ever stop it, and also no one's gonna do that in because big tournaments it's like huge.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like,
they
convention
rent
setting.
out entire ballrooms in
Yeah,
hotels.
like hotels. Yeah.
They're not gonna do that in front of everyone, but
Yeah.
like at the local chess club, it does happen.
Have you
like,
seen it?
I've seen it happen. There are
They,
people.
they start fighting each other, or you just
No,
get,
they
mad?
don't fight
Just,
each
like,
other,
yell
but
at each
someone
other?
gets mad and like bangs the table, starts throwing
Start
cursors.
brawling, yeah.
There are like 3 to 5 people who are banned from the San Diego Chess Club. Yeah, they got banned because
For fighting?
there's actually one guy. He lost to like some 5-year-old Chinese kid who needed like a stool just to reach the board, and he lost him, and he got so mad he like flipped over the table and started screaming curse words, and
That's
he
a
got banned
reasonable
from the
crash
club
out, I think.
because he was like,
Maybe.
It's
'cause
pretty
it was, like-
reasonable. I mean, it's a 5-year-old.
yeah, and yeah, he literally had like a stool on his chair because he couldn't reach the pieces.
Table, yeah.
Yeah, it was funny.
Do you
But-
play any like really young players? Like,
Yeah, it does happen a lot. Yeah, like, I mean, not as often because like, the age usually corresponds with like grading, but like
Yeah.
sometimes there's like some really young Chinese kid
prodigies
who's really
kinda,
good. Yeah, yeah. That sometimes, but not.
Sometimes.
It tends to be older players. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you kind of.
I'm 16.
Would you say you're old for like the chess community?
No, what does that mean?
Like,
Well,
are
I
you
like saying
old
the
for your
majority of
rating?
people who
Well,
like
okay,
play chess are.
So there's like rankings based on like, so in the USCF, which is the United States Chess Federation,
Yeah.
there's like rankings. There's ranking lists for like, okay, everyone in the US are age 16, who's the best, like based on rating.
Yeah. I know what you
So
mean.
for most of the 7 years I played for, I think for a solid 4 I was top 10 for my age.
Yeah.
And then for a couple 2 to 3 years I was top 5. Right now I haven't played in like roughly a year. I haven't played competitively in a
Yeah.
year. So I think I've dropped to 22nd place now
Yeah.
for 16-year-olds.
Do only
so
the
it's still-
tournaments play into that ranking?
Well, your rating, like you go to tournaments, you
Yeah.
do good, your rating goes up. You do bad, your rating goes down. Every month they update your rating and like they.
And that's
list
only for
everyone.
tournaments. Not
Yeah,
like
only for tournaments.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if it's like at the chess club. that's
Chess
not-
Club, they host a real tournament, so
Okay.
it gets rated. Yeah.
So, but not like during
Like
ordinary.
like
tournaments.
school tournaments. Like if I did something at school, it wouldn't be rated.
Okay.
Yeah.
This has to be part of the federation or
You
whatever.
need something called a tournament director. They have to
Yeah.
be certified, and then they submit rating reports.
Yeah.
So.
Are there like adjudicators there? Like
Not really adjudicators, but there's
But,
just
like,
tournament directors.
people who like write down and sign off on.
Well, there's a program for that, but yeah,
Oh, okay, I know
basically
what you
you do
mean.
need to do that, yeah. And then you have to record all that data. It's like people who like, yeah, everyone plays chess for fun, right? It's like competitive chess is like a lot different from what you might think it is.
Is it like
Like okay, when you play chess for fun, like maybe you're thinking of like 5 to 10 minute games, right? But once you reach a competitive level, like, okay, the club I go to is not like competitive, it's rated, but the games are still long, 45.
Yeah.
Each side gets 45 minutes, so that's like usually games will go on for an hour, but once you reach the competitive level, like when you go to Vegas or Philadelphia, the game each side gets 1 hour and 30 minutes, and then each move you make, you get an additional 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then if you reach move 40, both sides get another 30 minutes. So games, like my longest ever game was in Vegas. It was 5 hours and 20 minutes. Just one game. So it's like way longer than people think. And it can be mentally draining.
Is
you
the
end up
stress like wear off after a while?
I mean, you get used to it, but like, because if you think about it, you go to Vegas, the tournament's 5 days long.
Yeah.
Each day is 2 games. So you wake up early in the morning, you go down there, and you just play for like 4 hours straight, just one game. And then you get back, and then you immediately have to eat, and then you have to start thinking about the next game.
Yeah.
Because like when you reach that level, there's preparation. Like you have to memorize certain openings. You don't just play whatever you
Yeah.
want. There's memorization. If you don't memorize properly, you can just lose out of the opening.
And what do you like analyze the games you had in the morning?
Yeah, because
Like,
if you reach that level, everyone you play, their information's public.
yeah.
Like you can
So
see
you know like what moves they
historically
play
what
before.
will they play,
Yeah.
what will you play against. So that's another factor. So you get home or you go to your hotel room, you eat, and then you immediately have to prepare for your next game, and you go down another 4 hours. And it's
So like compared to other people, how much preparation do you think you do?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't do that much. I was lazy. Like people use the app called ChessBase. I don't even have ChessBase. I just went online and I searched their games, and then I would just do a little prep. Like it'll be fine, and it worked kind of, but it's
Like
it's just it can be mentally draining because it's a lot of hours just at a board and
Yeah.
just moving back and forth.
and then is it like stressful at the beginning or like at the very end
Like the beginning of the tournament or like
of like a match?
of the match. It's more stressful towards the end.
Yeah.
Because if you have a really long game, you reach the end, and then it's just like time scramble. Like
Yeah,
you
it's
can
a-
reach a point where everyone has like under a minute left, and then flagging becomes a risk. So you have less time to think. So you just have to play a move
Yeah.
and hope it works, and it gets pretty stressful.
Yeah. Or
I-
like that, anything?
Huh? I don't really have anything to add. I don't really know anything about this.
I mean, yeah, it's not much is known, but like
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
on
just-
the competition, do you find that you enjoy more of like the competitive games, or would you rather play like just like relax, you know?
No,
recreational-
No, that's something that does
recreational?
happen in between rounds. There's like rooms adjacent to the tournament hall where players will just hang out
Yeah.
and you just play just for fun. That's a lot more fun to me
Then
than
competition.
the actual because like
Yeah.
it's you aren't playing for a rating. You're just having fun.
And how are the boards tracked? Is it like
What do you mean?
computerized?
Yeah, it's like okay. They have tables in the ballroom, and then each board is given a number.
Yeah.
So like maybe in a big tournament like Vegas, you can have up to 1,000 boards, so
Yeah.
2,000 plus players. and then you have boards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way down. Yeah.
And
And it's all stored in a computer. Yeah.
and they track which moves you make.
They won't track they won't look at your games except if you're a top board.
Oh, okay.
They only look at your games if you're a top board or a disagreement happens. Like you and your opponent.
But they are tracked. Like,
you write down like notation.
the
You write
moves.
down your moves, and it's not tracked unless you have to replay. You have to read your notation
Yeah.
and then replay it. Yeah. So
Interesting.
then how do those I've seen those boards where it's like tracking which moves you make and
Yeah.
it shows on this.
yeah, that's for top boards. Like maybe top
Yeah.
5
And
boards
how
they
do
will
you
do
play
that. I
those?
played on top boards, yeah.
Okay.
And then it gets tracked, and then people will come and watch on the screen.
Wow.
It's
Fascinating.
interesting.
Are there like huge crowds?
There can be, yeah, sometimes, especially if you're like when you reach towards the end, like at the end when a lot of people have already finished and there's like maybe only a top
the
board.
finals
Yeah,
kinda.
the final few
Yeah.
games, there will and crowds tend to gather, like they
Yeah.
will all tend to watch.
And then do you feel like how do you feel about the community of chess, like competitive?
It's
It's like
not
toxic.
it's not bad. It's not toxic. There's not much toxicity, because there's nothing to be toxic. It's a
Yeah.
board game. At the end of the day, like you don't get mad over that. Like people
know what
will
you
get
mean.
upset because sometimes dumb things can happen. Like you should have won a game and then you end up losing.
Yeah.
So, but they're not bad sportsmanship rarely happens.
Really, yeah.
Rarely happens. It's really rare.
And then
Sometimes people get mad though.
how are like the regulations wise in
Regulations, they're strong. Like cheating, never like. Obviously, cheating scandals go famous online, but it never happens at a competitive level.
Have you ever been cheated
Like-
on?
What?
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 No, like
no,
seriously.
in chess?
Oh, in chess? No. Like, okay.
Have you ever cheated in chess?
No. There's
You,
no
like,
reason to.
Looked at some other board and be like,
It's
I
like,
understand.
I don't understand how you would pull it off. It's insanely hard.
Yeah.
Because there's like, at international level, first of all, at the tournament venue, phones are banned. If a phone goes off, you lose your game.
Oh, it's like
immediately.
AP
It's like College
testing,
Board.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically, yeah, it is exactly like that. When you go to the bathroom, there's always a tournament director, and he has like a metal scanner. You can't go in without letting him scan your entire
Wow.
body.
Is it like one person in the bathroom at once
Huh? No, they don't do that, but they scan everyone
to make
who
sure
goes
there's
in the
no, like,
bathroom.
electronics and stuff?
And if you're not a player and you have a phone on you, you have to discard the phone and give it to the tournament
Yeah.
director. It's like insanely hard to cheat if you wanted to.
And then there's like security everywhere.
yeah, there's
like, at
tournament directors.
entrances.
Not
Like, they're
security,
watching the
but
games and
yeah,
stuff,
tournament directors will walk around. They watch everything. If you do anything suspicious, everyone will
Yeah.
just look at you and you just
Oof.
It doesn't happen. It's
not
like
good.
impossible.
How do you feel like the competitions have like evolved throughout the time you've played? At
Evolved.
all?
They haven't really changed at all. I mean,
They're the same.
What about like lower levels, like when you first started to like?
oh yeah, lower levels like there's almost nobody watching lower level
Yeah.
games, so it's like no pressure. At lower level, people don't really know what they're doing. You just play moves. There's no preparation, like the whole prep thing. You just play a game, you go home, you're relaxed, and then you play your next game. Because at that level, you don't really care. Like you win, you lose, it doesn't matter. Either you improve or you don't.
Yeah.
And then as you get to the higher level, you have to prepare for your opponent. A lot of people start watching. There's more pressure.
In like conventions like Las Vegas, is it like a range of levels or is it?
Yeah,
like,
it's a
very
range.
top? Okay.
It goes from people who have literally never played before at the very bottom to some of the best players in the world. Yeah. It's a
And do you
huge
feel
range.
like it would be easy for people to get into that?
Whoa, like what do you mean?
Like get into like competitions and stuff.
Like, what if
I
I want
w-
to compete?
Yeah.
Like, how,
I
like,
would
how
say if you're starting in chess, you should not go to these big competitions unless you
Maybe like local ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
go to local ones. It's not worth it because it's all in Vegas. You have to pay for a hotel, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Unless you live in Vegas, there's no reason.
Yeah.
There's local tournaments you can get started with. These Vegas tournaments, they tend to be just be for big players. Like,
Yeah.
there are like European players. There's this one grandmaster from Europe, and he's better than basically all the players here. And he goes to every Vegas tournament just to win money, because the first place is like, the total prize pool across the entire tournament goes up to like $100,000.
And how do people like who do that for a living?
Yeah,
like,
he lives
survive?
off of it. He actually, because if he gets clean first place, he can win up to like $10,000 to $30,000
So
just
there's
in
people
one tournament.
who like live off doing chess.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's hard and it's not like,
Because you have to be good.
yeah, you have to be really good because these big tournaments. There will be a lot of other players.
Yeah.
He doesn't win consistently because it's hard. At that high level, I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm there or anything, but when you reach like the grandmaster level, games tend to end with draws.
Oh, okay.
Like there's no win. It
and
tends to
then
be
is there a prize for that if it's like a draw?
a draw. No, it's just they count your
Or do you have
points.
to play
If
again
you
or something?
Oh.
No, it's just if you win, you get 1 point. If you draw, you get 0.5. You lose, you get 0. They add up all the points, if you have the same points as another player, what tends to happen is they merge prizes. So you and another player tied for first, they add first place money plus second place money and then divide by 2, and you split the money.
It's pretty
So
fair.
it's just split
Yeah,
it,
it's fair, but it's hard. That's why like the time I drew the women's Olympic chess coach, he started off by drawing me, which is already bad because the way do you know how Swiss pairing works? Like they take a list of players, they divide it 2, and then the very first player on the top half plays the first player.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Swiss pairing. So, or what happens is the first round it tends to be very unfair pairings, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
So a very high rated player, like a
Very
grandmaster,
lower,
will play a really low rated player. In this case, me, I wasn't that good at the time. So, and in these situations, it's expected that he's gonna completely destroy, right?
Yeah.
But he drew me, so he's already off to a bad start, and he's here to win money. And then he was so tilted, he lost his next game, so he just immediately left. He just withdrew.
It's pretty fair.
Because there's
That's
not really a reason to play after that.
And do you feel do people who rely on chess to make money, do they only do it for like tournaments and stuff, or do they have
No.
other
You
sources?
can't. That's not reliable. You have to. They people like that. They will coach as well. Like they
Okay.
teach kids on the side. They do lectures. They do all sorts
Do
of.
people like
things.
sponsor them or stuff?
No, not at this
Okay,
level.
just
No.
Not. What about like the
Sponsorships.
highest?
It has to
level?
be,
There's like
top.
there are like sometimes like I don't know if you heard of Andrew Tang. Not me. It's a grandmaster. He got sponsored by C9.
So I want to know about like where does this money come from? Like
So,
who pays
okay,
for these tournaments to have
It's
to be
you,
sponsored?
you don't get into these tournaments for free. Like it's all paid. So you
So you
like
pay to play.
yeah, like it's pay to pay.
Or
Like
to
pay to play. Yeah. So at the local, like at San Diego Chess Club, it's $20 to $25 for one tournament, but you can win up to like. Last week I went and then I paid $25 to play. I won $56 for third place. First goes up to $150. So you can profit, but at like tournaments in Las Vegas, you aren't really playing the profit unless you're a grandmaster.
Yeah.
Because you have to
So
pay
hard to
for.
win.
It's not just that. It's just you have to
In
pay for
hotels,
hotel.
like flights and
It's
stuff.
not just
It's not
when
worth
you're
it.
It's
yeah
hard to
when
turn
you're
a
not
profit.
at home. Yeah, when
Yeah.
you're not at home.
Have
I
you
think
played any like tournaments like in downtown San Diego, like convention center, like the big tournaments?
Are they big
they
town
don't tend to
centers?
host in
Oh, yeah.
downtown. Yeah.
Oh.
But like, the one thing is, so of these like 2,000 players who play, it's like $100 per player or something, or up to $300. There's like a late fee and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you have a title, like if you're, this is why grandmasters tend to do it for money. If you have a title like you're a grandmaster, international master, they tend to let you
Get it
play for free, but they will take the fee out of the prize.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So
yeah.
if you win a prize, they will subtract like $200 for the fee.
Yeah.
But that way, when you're a grandmaster and you play, if you don't do bad, you don't lose money because you're playing for free.
Yeah.
So that tends to be an advantage of a title.
But what if somebody like gets in for free, right? But then they don't do well at all, and they can't like.
Then
don't win
then
any
they just
prizes.
leave, and then technically you don't lose any money because they
Yeah.
didn't pay.
Mhm.
But like for a normal player, if you do bad, you still have to pay. That's the
Yeah.
struggle. So like you aren't playing for money. The most I've ever won was, I think it was a tournament in Van Nuys or somewhere, so like up north.
Yeah.
And then is that up north? I don't know, but I won $1,500. But that's like, cause it's like 3 days of hotel. Like the profit.
It's
if
like
you
very
count-
little.
Yeah, maybe $500 because
Yeah.
you have to pay hotel, food.
Flights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one was a drive,
Drive,
but like
yeah.
still, it's like
Mhm.
profit, but it's very little.
Yeah.
But for those big prizes, you can profit. Yeah.
Where do these big prizes like? Who has all this money from the big prizes?
Tournament directors, or if it's just there are organizations like there's one called Continental Chess Association. So that's a huge association that hosts international tournaments. So they will pull their money and they host these
Yeah.
tournaments.
Mhm.
There's also scholarship tournaments where it's like instead of by rating, because that's how most tournaments go. It's like ratings. Like Magnus Carlsen's 2,800, right? 2,800.
Yeah.
But I'm like what 2,200. So usually what they will do is they have an open section, so anyone can play in this section, but it tends to be the best players.
Okay.
So like if you're really low rated, you can pay extra money to play
Yeah.
in an open, but there's no reason you're just gonna get destroyed.
And do you feel like this is something different, but do you feel like there's a big difference between like physical chess sets, like the
do you
different brands or
No.
different-
No.
no.
In fact,
Really
a lot of
good
these
set.
big tournaments they will tend to provide a set for you.
Yeah.
So there will be a set there for you, and then the only difference is if you're at a top board, it tends to be nicer. Like
Okay.
top 10 boards, they will have like tables separating them,
Yeah.
and then it's like a wooden set, and then it records the moves.
Oh,
But it doesn't feel different. Like,
No,
it's just,
no,
it's
it
just
won't
the
change
it's
the
same
gameplay
game.
at all.
So
It's
you
the
don't
same
feel like
game.
there's no like experience.
It just looks nicer.
Yeah.
It's like, oh wow, I'm playing with wooden handcart pieces versus plastic factory pieces.
And you feel like there's any difference between like playing online or playing physical?
Yes, that's like when you play online. I don't know how to explain it. Like you're looking at a 2D board. I would say it's easier to play online. Another thing you have to consider is there's pre-moves online.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. Like
Yeah, I know what
you
mean.
can make a move ahead of time. Like you can't do that in like a real game. You can't. When it's your opponent's turn, you can't just take a piece. Like, by the way, I'm going to your next move, and then you can't do that. So.
Yeah. And then physical sets, it's like
There's no
There's
difference.
no difference?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can use whatever set you want. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, but the thing about online is that you can't really like, you don't really have like that interaction with your opponent type thing because you can't really like see what they're gonna play though.
Yeah, you can't.
think-
Yeah,
But do you
you
look
can't.
at their eye movement and be like,
Oh yeah, you actually do that. There's like a whole psychological aspect of chess. I would say like well, there have been. I'll be honest. Like maybe it's not what actually happened, but there have been games where like I'll play a really questionable move, but I'll look really confident, and
Yeah.
then they don't. They're like,
you
wait.
bamboozle them.
Yeah, they get confused. Like it's like a lot of it. You can. Some players have like a poker face. You cannot tell what they're thinking.
Yeah.
I think that's the best. If you have a good poker face, then your opponent won't be able to tell you're thinking. But sometimes, like you can tell when people get nervous. Like if you're in an offensive situation, you can tell, or when their time's going down, you can tell players start panicking. So yeah,
And
you don't see it online though. So yeah, he has a point.
Yeah. And then can you just tell us about the?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Jack
yeah.
over
So
there.
in my peak,
All right, we'll turn this around for the viewers to see.
I was invited to
Team USA. with
yeah,
Andrew Wang.
a
franchise.
double invite.
Why don't you put this
for-
on?
No, I'm good. It's too hot. Yeah, this is when I was at my very best. There's like a rating requirement for each age. So
Yeah.
like, if you're above a certain rating for an age, they will invite you to play for the national team. So I qualified twice and got the jacket. Yeah,
Wow.
Team USA. Yeah.
How much time do you think you spent like a day or a week playing
On
chess?
like studying and stuff for that.
Like at your peak, yeah.
A lot. Like, put this back over there. So, first of all, I would say if you have a coach, that's like a lesson once every week. So that's like an hour or 2 hours
Yeah.
with your
Is it
coach.
online or like you go?
It tends to be online. Sometimes in person, you'll like I mentioned how when you're in a tournament, you record down your moves,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, they analyze. Like,
So you'll take that to your coach and you'll play back the games. He'll tell you like where you can improve, where
Yeah.
you messed up, and then a lot of it is just practice online.
Yeah.
Like you'll play a game and then you'll analyze the game, see where you went wrong. You can create studies and look at openings. When you reach that level, there's something called opening repertoires. Like, obviously at the like when you're playing for fun, you play whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
But there's like all sorts of openings, right? There's like Scotch Gambit, Sicilian, all this stuff. You have to memorize. Like, there's one opening I used to play, is called the Sheshnikov, and I literally had the first 30 moves of it just memorized.
Memorized, yeah.
So I would have games where, and it's all memorized by both sides. So I would have tournament games where the first 30 moves is
You
back
know
and
what's
forth.
happening.
No thinking at all. You just
Yeah.
play the move. Because you and your opponent both studied it. You know
How to
there's nothing wrong with the moves you're
respond, yeah.
making. So you reach move 30 and it's just a theory position. And then there are some openings where it's just forced draw. Like that's something that happens. Like you'll reach the end of a 30 move variation. Everything's traded. It's just a draw. It can be boring.
And besides like openings, are there like any other standard
Like for memorization and studying.
like endings? or
Yeah,
ending
there are
games?
certain end games. Like, there's a whole study. There's like stuff called like the Lucina position. It's like a very specific position you can end up in, where you have to memorize a sequence of moves to win.
Yeah.
But that's not as complex as opening.
Okay. And it's just like for very specific cases.
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of.
End games it will be more specific. Like, there are practices where if you somehow end up in an end game where you only have two minor pieces, if you don't know what you're doing, it tends to be a draw. But if you study it, you can win.
Okay.
But like that rarely happens, like
Yeah.
because at that point you have only 4 pieces on the board. Games usually end by then. But
Yeah.
it's really rare. So yeah, there's a lot of studying that goes into it. It's a lot of time commitment. But the most time commitment is tournaments, because that's 5 days out of town,
and then
just
multiple
consistently
hours a
playing.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of time, but I would say I don't regret it. It was fun. You get to travel a lot. You meet people. Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Would you ever go back to doing chess?
Competitive?
Yeah.
I mostly stopped because of high school, because all the homework. Like,
Yeah.
when I was in elementary and middle school, homework is like never a concern. There's like no APs, no nothing. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I don't have a calculus class where if I miss one day I just die, right?
Yeah.
So like imagine like in high school I leave for 5 days to play a tournament in Vegas.
You forget.
I come back and I'm
You
just
miss so
dead
much
in all of
content,
my
yeah.
classes. Yeah. So I like, would I go back right now? Like over the summer I started playing again
Yeah.
a little because like I have time now. But would I go back during the school year? Probably not because I don't have time for that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like Isaac, the guy at your school, he's
Yeah.
really good. Like he's like at a like national level, consistently really good. So I don't know. He's a freshman, but he skips a lot of school. I heard that's a complaint from his teachers because he's always gone.
Yeah,
But
I think
he's-
teachers are a little more lenient. For
Yeah,
kids missing
but
school
he's
like
at a
that.
point where it doesn't matter. He's like so
Well, 'cause
good.
He's so good. I mean.
Yeah,
might
he's
as
so
well.
good. He can prioritize it over school. It doesn't matter
Mhm.
because he's really good.
Do you think for a guy like him, there's like a future in chess? Like he's just like.
Oh
make
yeah,
his
for
job?
sure. If he keeps going, yeah, definitely. Because he's like, I think he's freshman. So how old is that? Like 15, 14?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he's an international master. That's really good. Like, the youngest age for a grandmaster I think was 12. So he's not that far off. He's only
Yeah.
2 years older. He's an international. He definitely has a future.
Mm.
I would say I did good, but like not good enough where I can consistently skip school.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you think there's like a natural talent bit? to
Natural
that?
talent? I mean, I would say no, not really. I would say if you don't have a strong mental, I don't think you can be good at chess.
Yeah.
I think that's just something at the end of the day, if you aren't ready to, because it's literally just 3 to 4 hours at one board. Like the longest I've seen someone spend on a move, you can spend 1 hour on a move. Like if you reach a really important position in the game, you have to think that through.
Yeah.
So if you're an impatient person, you aren't going to be at a board for 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
So there's no way you can become a good player, I would say.
And then like for those 1 hour moves, do you like write things down to see like?
I don't think, I've never done that. I don't think you're allowed to.
Okay.
It's just all in your
In
brain.
mind,
That's
yeah.
why it's all like it's mental, like, and then it can be hard, but if you aren't patient, you can't do it. I wouldn't say.
And do you feel
Because
like chess has translated to anything else in your life?
I would say yeah, kind of. I think it has made me a little more patient than I might have been when I first started playing, and I don't know. I feel like to a degree, I think it has helped me. I don't know.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. Yeah, could be worse.
worse.
Like
Enjoying and patient in the same sentence.
yeah. I mean, it's like interesting because there are players who are really calm, and then I don't know. There's probably some studies to associate chess with something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's all about mental. It's just a mental game. It just comes down mental. Because if you, especially towards the end, if you panic, you just lose.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could have been mentally solid for an entire game,
and
but then at the very end, you could be winning, and then you panic and you lose in one move.
Have you seen like people crashing out?
Oh yeah, it happens all the time. Yeah, like, I mean, I would say I've crashed out a few times. Like,
Yeah.
not like in front of people, but like, I'll go back to my hotel room like, what the hell, I lost.
Do
that.
people like start crying at the?
Oh yeah, I've seen it happen. People will cry over a game,
Thanks, bro.
especially at the very last game of the tournament.
Yeah.
That's where it matters. Cause, well, okay, there is a thing where when you reach that last game of the tournament, what happens is a lot of people disagree on draws. Like, cause at that point your score is fairly settled, so you'll just be like, I've had tournaments where like the last guy's like, do you just want to draw? I want to go home, and
And then
like you'll play a few minutes like, oh yeah, draw,
Yeah.
take a draw. But when you reach a level where like, let's say you need to win money,
yeah.
or if you lose, you'll win like 10 times less money.
Then
Like if
you
you're in that
start-
situation and you're winning your game, and then you lose, then obviously that's heartbreaking.
And do you think people like put the prize like highly in terms of how they feel about the game?
Not really. I don't think. Like the prize money's just there, but I would say
It's not
people
like a focus for people.
like for me when I played, my focus was my rating. I was
Yeah.
never playing for money. Like I always wanted to stay consistently up there,
yeah.
hit national masters, stuff like that. The money was always just something on the side. Like if I win money, obviously it's nice, but at the end of the day, for me, and I think for most people, the goal at the tournament for grandmasters is different. Because for grandmasters, you've reached such a high rating, you'll either go up, you'll either go down. You're still grandmaster. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because you have the title. Titles are permanent. You hit a
Oh,
title,
so
you
you
don't
can't
lose it.
lose.
You can't lose a title. So for them, they're there for the money, right? Because
Yeah.
they don't care. But for lower level players, it's just a rating. The goal is you want your rating to go up. That's
Go
all
up,
that matters.
yeah.
Yeah. And it kind of sucks because when you go to these big tournaments, you fly out and then you do bad after 5 days of playing and your rating goes down, it just feels like a waste because you
Yeah, I
spent
know
all
what you
this
mean.
money. Yeah, it can be hard. But that's just how it is. It happens. You either do good, you do bad.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors that come into play.
Have you had tournaments like that?
Yeah, I've had tournaments. I've had years at Vegas where after 5 days I'm playing, my rating goes down. It's
Yeah.
like, well, that sucks, but I'll just get it back.
What's like the biggest drop you think you've had in your rating?
Biggest drop? It gets worse, but for me, maybe 30 points, which doesn't sound bad, but that's really bad. Like, it's like bad.
So it's
Because-
a single point like matters a lot.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would say.
Maybe not a single point, but 30 points is bad. Like, I'm 2,200, so if I drop, I'm all the way down to 2,170. I've seen people drop up to 80 points, though, so it gets bad.
Yeah.
But it's also, you can also gain a lot.
Increase.
You can gain a lot.
What's the biggest
yeah.
increase you think?
Huh?
What's
For
like the-
me, it was definitely my last tournament, actually. I gained 50 points.
Wow.
So
wow.
usually when you're about to hit National Master, your rating's like 2180, 2190. Usually on average, you'll gain 10 to 20 points in one tournament. But that day, I was 2150 something, so 2150 something. Somehow, I played 4 people who were all better than me. I beat all of them. I didn't lose a single game that day.
Yeah.
So I ended up gaining 50 points in one go because I didn't lose any games. So I just got the title immediately.
And how do you feel people respond to like getting a title?
Big. You
Big.
get
Huge
USCF will send you like a certificate,
Yeah.
and then that was my goal. At the end of the day, my goal for most of my life has been getting National Master in chess. It was huge for me, because one thing I struggled with was when I first started playing. I went from, I know rating is hard to understand, but I went from 1,200 to 1,900. That's 700 points in 1 year. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So I went from like new player to really good player really fast, but I plateaued. Like there's a rating graph online you can see. The first year when I start playing, it just goes up,
I feel
and
that's
then-
the same for a lot of
yeah,
things.
and then it just
For a lot of
plateaus
people,
out.
right?
Yeah. But some people they will go up a little and up a little, and then they'll
Yeah.
keep going. But what happened to me is, I think roughly around a year before COVID started, I was 2,100, so only 100 points away from National Master,
Yeah.
and I struggled for 3 years straight. Like for 3 years straight, I stayed at 2,100. I never got the title,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
people were saying like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
And it's tough, but that's just how it is. And then I eventually got it, and that's like a huge moment.
What's
'Cause,
like the
like-
fastest you've like seen somebody improve?
Isaac was
Actually,
real.
Yeah.
Because when Isaac started playing, he was worse than me. He was like 200 points below me.
Yeah.
He improved really fast. Now he's 200 points above me. Isaac,
Wow.
he improved really fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like sometimes though. I think one thing that a lot of people don't know is like parents tend to be a lot of pressure.
Pressure on their
Like
kids.
I've seen kids like where their parents just get really mad when they lose one game. My parents weren't like that, but like it's not that deep.
Yeah.
It's just a board game. Like I know the parents obviously want you to improve, but I've seen like parents get really mad, and it's just
Do you think that you enjoy the game better now because like your parents obviously?
Yeah,
pressure
definitely.
super hard?
after I hit National Master, I actually when I started playing again, I played better because there's no more pressure on me.
Mhm.
Because now I have the title, I'm kind of in
You
the
have a
situation
point,
where I don't care about my rating anymore.
Okay.
Because I have
you
the title.
already.
If I lose a bunch of points, I don't
doesn't
lose the
matter,
title. I don't
yeah.
really care. So I actually played better because there's no pressure.
Yeah.
So I haven't dropped any points because I was playing so confidently. I was just playing. I was like, I don't care if you beat me. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna go down. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I feel like something that relates to like real life is this pressure is like a huge factor. No matter what you're doing, like if you let it get to your head, it can affect you.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing that held me back for those 3 years when I was trying to get National Master. I think the pressure played too much of a role. So every game I was playing, I wasn't thinking about the game. I was thinking about if I win this game, how much will I go up? If I lose, how much will I go down?
Yeah.
So that affected me. So it's just pressures. Yeah.
Do you see yourself advancing beyond like getting more titles or like what do you where do you
The
think
thing
about
is,
that?
okay, the USCF is the United States Chess Federation. They manage your USCF rating. That's how you get National Master. But there's a separate organization called FIDE. I don't know what it stands for. But that's
Oh, I've heard
international.
about that.
So for the title, other titles like International Master and stuff like that, you have to get a FIDE rating for that.
Mm.
And that requires you playing like in other countries like China and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have time for that, so probably realistically probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, because
That's
I'm in
right.
high school now. No, probably not.
Do you think after high school you might? If
Or like
you
do
would-
something else. In
No,
chess,
probably
at
not.
least.
Because I'll be in college. Look, I'll still play local tournaments, but I won't travel far.
Yeah.
Because I don't see a reason. Because I'll be honest, I think one of the main reasons I did chess was kind of for college applications, you know? But, like, once I reach college, it will be more for fun. I don't see a reason to push a title.
Yeah.
Like, it's obviously nice to have, but there's no reason.
So a lot of people talk about chess. They're always like, "Oh, it teaches you like wisdom or something." Something.
It
something,
doesn't.
Something deep.
It
like
really,
that.
it really
military
doesn't.
strategy or something.
Exactly.
Like that, yeah.
Like, but you just think that like at the
Maybe
super-
strategy a little, but at the end of the day, chess boils down to calculation.
Right.
To like algorithm. That.
The
you
one
think that
thing it
somebody's
will help
good?
you with
Yeah.
is like calculating something in your head. Maybe it'll help you
It
with.
helps you better with memorization.
I would say that, but then I didn't memorize anything for calculus, so clearly it doesn't.
So you think?
There's
I mean,
people say
it's
like
more
all this
flexible.
stuff about like it makes you wiser. I wouldn't say.
You want to say it? I mean,
Maybe-
anything can
maybe
make you
there's,
wiser,
like, studies that will
chess is just
say
another thing.
They take 100 chess players and on average they're more wise, but I don't think chess makes you wiser. I wouldn't say.
What was wise you and me? You know. How do you define it?
I would not say yeah. It's just a board game, but
Really?
I enjoyed
It's
playing it.
interesting
But yeah.
So what other interests do you have?
Like I said, right, when I was little, my mom made me do a lot of things,
Mhm.
and then I ended up dropping most of it for chess and piano.
Yeah.
So piano I would say is my second biggest interest. You've done certificate
Yeah.
of merit too, right? You understand how
Are
it
you
works.
level 10 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's level 10. Yeah. Aren't you gonna take piano after like a year or something?
What?
Didn't you say you're gonna take piano like
Yeah,
the final
yeah.
test? Yeah, I didn't do that. So basically, I started piano with a family friend. I think she's a family friend. She's a piano teacher, Mrs. Grace Chen. I don't know if you heard of her.
No.
She's a piano teacher. So yeah, I did certificate of merit. It's this system where every year, he knows what it is. Every year it's like around May, right? March or May.
They moved it later, I think.
Ah, okay.
It's March, I think.
When I did it, it was like around March or May. You would go
It
in.
used to be like February. Oh,
Yeah.
before COVID.
It used to be
Yeah.
before COVID. There would be Was it always the same location every year? It was, right?
At least because there's different branches. So it's
Yeah,
not
there's
all-
different branches.
So you used to, or at least to my knowledge, because I never went IRL.
Oh.
You used to go and you had to prepare 4 pieces, I think, and then they would pick 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you had to play them live. And then I did take theory there.
Oh, really?
So they'd give you like this recorder thing, like a Sony.
Yeah, I remember this.
Like a walk. What is it called? Sony walk something.
Yeah.
Where's-
Walkman. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Those
give you
like
like a
old-
cassette tape, and then they'd give you
Oh, the-
headphones.
Yeah.
And you sit there. And
Oh,
then,
I remember that.
and then you
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah,
then there'd
and
be
then-
the tables, and you could listen to it, and then you write it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I've gone in person twice before COVID, and you go in person every year around March or May. First of all, you prepare 4 songs.
Yes.
You have to. Well, you don't have to, but they prefer if you memorize it, right?
You
only have
at
to
certain
mem-
levels, you have to memorize them.
Yeah.
There's a
So-
certain requirement, like you have to memorize at least 2, and then.
I don't know the requirements, but my teacher just told me to memorize all of them. So I had all 4 of them memorized, and you would go play in front of a teacher, like another
Yeah.
branch certified teacher. After that, you would go out, and then there'd be a separate test or a theory test, and then if you pass, you go to the next level. So it's
Or you can
levels.
skip levels too.
Yeah, I skipped. I started at level 4 or 3. I skipped the first 2.
I don't know where I started because I
Yeah.
moved here later, so.
So I climbed those levels. So 1 all the way up to 10 is like the last level, and then you take panel. That's for like people who want to become
Yeah.
teachers. Right? I never took panel. I'll be honest. For me, I don't know about you, but for me, I didn't enjoy certificate of merit.
It gets bad after a while.
It gets bad, yeah, because this is memorization, and then you don't get to choose like the songs you learn, or you do, but
There's a list. It's
Yeah, it's
repertoire,
just a
and then
list.
It's like you can play these.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Some like overlap between 2 levels, and then you need 1 from each period. So
for me, I didn't like that. Like
yeah,
when I started playing piano, I wanted to play like whatever song I wanted to learn,
Yeah.
like
it's just
for
like
fun.
it adds stress towards.
It does
the
add
teaching.
stress, yeah. There's just no reason.
At the
So-
beginning, you have like because you start around like 10 months earlier. At least I do, okay.
Yeah.
And then you kind of slack off for the
Yeah,
first like
yeah.
8 months, and then
Yeah.
the last 2 months you're rushing to play everything else.
Yeah.
So
If I had to go back, I wouldn't have done it. I would just play for fun.
yeah.
But when COVID hit, it became so much easier, because when you're in person,
Now you just record.
you have one
yeah.
take, right? Like you either mess up and the teacher's right there, and you're like, oh, you messed up,
Yeah.
or you don't. But in COVID, they had it so you would record your
Now
piece.
you still record it.
Yeah, and it's still recording now. So I would say it's easier to pass levels because
It's
if
definitely
you mess
easier.
up, you just re-record. You just press record a new play
Yeah.
until you get it perfect.
And then the theory is online too.
the theory's online too. Yeah.
Wow, so
Is there
what do you
anything
do?
to prevent cheating? I don't remember.
No. I
Wow.
think they might track like the tabs you open, but you can just go on your phone.
Yeah, so like that's the thing. It's so I would say it's so much easier now.
And then now you can use a piano on the site hearing. Hearing.
Yeah, it's a lot easier now. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm glad. I don't think it helps with anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I did get state and branch honors, right? A
Yeah.
lot. But at the end of the day, if I had to go back, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Because I would say I wanted to play for fun, not.
Was there still sight reading at that time?
Yes, there was. There was.
Okay.
You had to do it in front of the teacher. She would provide you a piece, and then.
Yeah. Now it's just like
Yeah.
a timer there.
Yeah. But so those were the two interests I would say I committed to. But I did like a lot of random things. Like my parents made me do them.
Like what?
So you mentioned at the start swim.
Yeah.
So I did swim for I think maybe 2 to 3 years. I don't know. And then I don't I don't know if I quit that or my parents quit. I had a friend. We were in the same lane, and we were like the same speed. And I would always end up getting kicked in the head from getting too close to him. And I kind of just got bored. I don't know, bored or like what you want to say. I just got tired of swimming. And I dropped it. But there were other things like, Young. Well, obviously Younger, but
Yeah.
his dad used to be a rugby coach. I used to play
played rugby?
for his dad's rugby team,
Wow.
and I actually really loved it. Like it was really fun, and I wouldn't say I was bad. But my mom kept seeing me getting bloody
I
noses.
know Andrew is a rugby player.
This was so long ago.
That's intense.
And then I actually loved it. Like if I had to go back, I would still play it. I would say. I love like it was really fun, but my mom was like, "You keep getting bloody noses,"
Yeah.
so she made me quit. And I was like, it was my mom. So, but like, I also did art. I don't know if you've ever
Oh, I
seen
know
some
you
of my
did art.
paintings. Yeah, I can give you some of my photos. You can show.
Yeah.
Well, you should have brought them as props.
Huh?
You should have brought them as props.
Oh, I should have. Yeah.
It's like, oh, what's this? Oh,
As
it's
a
Andrew
painting,
Zone.
yeah. I enjoyed painting a lot. I would say once again, if I could go back instead of doing chess and piano, because I would say at the end of the day, I didn't regret playing chess, but I wouldn't say it was the one I had most fun with.
Yes.
Of all the things I tried, I would say, unironically, rugby and art were like two things I really actually enjoyed. So I enjoyed art. I would, maybe in my free time I'll start painting again,
Yeah.
but I stopped doing that. It was like 2 hours every week just to go to U.S. art school or something.
Studio or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the teachers are really nice, and you learn all types of skills. And it was really nice. I submitted to some of those competitions, like PSA or whatever, like the ones that get
PSA.
displayed.
PSA like golf?
No,
No,
like
PSA, like
like
no,
the
PJ is
parents?
golf.
Oh, PJ is
No.
PSA is like
PSA the-
public service announcement.
yeah,
no,
no.
PSA is like the
What's the thing?
card
Like it's like
rating.
the public parents. What is it? I actually
PTA?
know. PTA. Yeah, it's PTA.
Oh, the PTA.
I forgot what it's called. It's been too long. Like you know the stuff that gets displayed at like
Yeah, like
the San Diego
Like a
Fair.
Delmar Fair.
Yeah, Delmar
Yeah,
Fair.
yeah.
Yeah, I've won a couple of prizes there. But
Wow.
I don't know. I enjoyed art a lot.
Yeah.
It's calming. Like it's like chess is like 2 hours of just painting, but it's like calming. You just
Yeah.
you're like it's just
There's
it's
something
fun.
to show for your work.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
Because
you-
there's like no stress involved.
Yeah, there's no
time
stress.
limit.
It's like
Well, unless you do competitive painting, yeah.
competitive. What is competitive
What's your
painting?
elo in
Wow.
painting?
Like you
Like,
go
well,
up
maybe
against.
some dude's a better artist than you.
Yeah, of
You're
course.
like,
Yeah.
wow, I hate you.
Yeah, like you're such a you're too cracked at art.
Just learn more techniques.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
more stuff.
No, it's calming. I enjoyed it. I would do it again. But yeah, I stopped that too. What else did I do? I did like tennis for a really short time.
Tennis.
I think that's basically it. A lot of things I tried. Ironically, I don't know how to play checkers. I know how to play chess, but I have no idea how checkers work.
It's
like
hopping or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how checkers work. I only know chess.
Mm.
And there's Chinese chess. I don't know how to play
Oh,
that.
that I like Chinese chess.
Really? You know how to play?
Yeah.
I have no idea
You
how
just
to play.
you hop across one and then you have to get to the other side.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds exactly like the pop checkers.
Well, you can't remove pieces. So you have like a triangle, and then you jump pieces over.
I don't know.
And then there's like two sides, right? And then you have to switch to the other side. The first one to move all their pieces.
Can the
over.
camera see this? Is it like?
Probably
Probably not.
I don't know.
It's whatever.
It's fine. I
So,
think
yeah.
it's YouTube, yeah.
I mean,
You can see the hand motions.
yeah.
Or the arm motions.
We have to get a separate camera for like above, so we can.
Oh,
Above.
No, we have to like the individual cameras on our faces so that like.
So you like zoom in.
Like, was you're saying like a deep moment where you like want to explain it?
Maybe that's why we need a cameraman to zoom in.
Exactly.
Sit there for an hour is recording.
We
us.
have coffee as our.
Cameraman.
Wait, should we do the
Coffee.
bit again with the stick?
What
Oh,
stick?
where's the stick?
The what?
I don't know.
It's,
What
it's
this
like
oh
gone.
shoot! This.
is that?
It's like gone. No, it was like a actual just a wooden pole.
It was huge. That's Kavi
What?
Kinnick. But
Yeah.
Kavi Kinnick is in the gym now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's true.
He's
Yeah.
getting big.
Yeah.
Huge.
Huge.
Strong.
Huge.
Strong.
Kind of strong.
Kind of
Steak.
strong.
Steak. I don't know. So yeah, I gave up a lot of things for chess and piano,
Mhm.
but once again, if I could go back, art and
Rugby.
rugby,
Rugby.
art and rugby, I don't know.
Wow, it's intense, dude.
I wouldn't say I'll be honest, I hated piano. Like I didn't like
Actually?
it. Yeah, I didn't like
you
it at
quit
all.
immediately, right?
Yeah,
After you got-
as soon as I got level 10, I
Yeah.
just, like the covering on the piano, I put it down. I never
that's
touched it
actually-
again.
Do you still have your piano at home?
Yeah, I still have it, but I don't play on it.
Would
Would
Ever.
you like to play like just like to have music?
I mean, I know. I just stopped playing completely.
Really?
Wait, music for elderly. Music for all.
Oh yes.
Music for all.
Music for all.
Yeah.
We have to like.
You have to tell them about music for all.
Oh yeah.
They wanna start a
Well,
club.
we haven't.
I don't
we
know
haven't.
music for all.
So we've been thinking.
We've
They
been. They
wanna
want to
start a club
To
for-
start a club about like playing music for like in public spaces for
Oh.
people.
This is
As
a good
like
idea.
a club for
That's a sweet
things.
thing.
And then we can get donations
Yeah.
and donate it to like.
We have a lot of money,
Yeah.
surely.
Surely.
And we can become corrupt, save all the money.
ASB.
Fake.
Make a non-profit, but
Yeah.
How is your school's ASB?
Yeah.
my school's ASB's like it's pretty
How is?
It's a
Oh yeah,
community.
we have to reintroduce ourselves because we. didn't
Yeah, I
do
think
that.
one thing we can talk about is like, because we three, we go to RB,
Yeah.
you go to
Mhm.
Cathedral. We can
Yeah,
talk
we
about
need to-
differences.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, compare and contrast. Oh, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I like it.
Wait, so how what's your bell schedule like? Is it 4 classes a day or what's it like?
Yeah, pretty much. So for the whole year we have like the same 7 classes.
7?
Oh,
Wait,
so-
7?
7 a day?
No, not 7 a day. It's like kind of like in middle school, like how we have
Oh,
like
rotating
rotating
rotation.
schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But instead of 1 through 5, 2, 4, 6, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
And then the 7th period, the 7th class that you have is every day, except for Monday,
Yeah, it's
but
really
shorter.
Huh.
Yeah.
So it's like 1, 7, 3, 5,
What?
2,
What is this
7.
schedule?
This is
This is.
this is
No.
This is too
1,
much.
7, 2, 3,
1 7.
4, 7, 5, 6 the next day.
I'll be honest, I hated the rotating schedule.
The
Yeah.
rotating, it gets kind of like confusing. I mean,
It was so
it's
lit.
kind of
Yeah.
I mean, we're
Didn't
able to
it
take
like
more classes.
start on like 3rd period? It'd be like
I don't-
3, 5, 1.
Yeah, it changed. It'd be like 1 through 5.
Yeah,
the
no,
next time
'cause
we 3,
3,
5,
5,
1, then
5,
5,
1, 3,
5,
right?
No,
Yeah.
but the reason I hated it, it was like 3 classes a day, right? And then
Yeah.
the difference between the next day. So if you had like one day where it's 3 horrible classes, every other day was just terrible. So I absolutely
That is
hated
true,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what it's like at Cathedral. But the
I
good
win.
thing, I mean, you can take more classes if you want, like more
I
keys.
guess. I like our school schedule.
Yeah, I like having the class every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you like having switching classes halfway through the year? Guys.
Oh,
Like
Because
the
I don't
semester?
do that. Yeah.
you guys don't do that?
No, we don't do
This-
that.
No,
Our-
this is
we
like
have
weird for us. How
we
we
have
do
year-round
it.
classes.
Because
Oh,
normally
really?
they have like full year. It's just one class.
I don't mind it. I
My
think
my
it's-
parents said that was really weird. Because like it's especially weird for AP tests. Because if you have like a semester long
Oh, yeah, same
class
semester.
the
Yeah.
first
Most of
semester,
the more
then you have a
difficult
whole
APs,
semester gap until the actual AP
Oh,
test.
that's a good point.
Which
Either
is like-
that or they have to cut off like 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off the course. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like for
that's-
the difficult APs, it's year round, right? That's what I feel
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
At least
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah.
But like
Well, like calculus
like
and like
Cal
English
BC,
ones
like
It's
are
only-
they're semester long, which is very interesting.
BC
Yeah.
is semester long.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can take AB, BC the same year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
that's
can.
what
That's
that's what
most
majority
do.
people
Majority
do.
people
We
do
did
it.
it.
They do take both.
But we
I think I'm
didn't.
just gonna
We
take.
didn't.
I take BC year round.
Oh
So,
really?
Yeah. But I
I feel
mean,
like that'd be
it's
nice
pretty much the
to-
same exact thing though, because BC is just AB.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh yeah, a
Is
lot of
that-
schools do that.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
have BC and ABs teach like.
Like,
something.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
this-
you don't have to take you just take the BC test.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
only
do it all.
subsequent.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we took the pre-calc and AB.
Why did
Or
we do
you
that? It
guys
was
took
literally
We
pre-calc
did.
test.
Well, you
There
took
was-
the AB, so
Okay.
Yeah.
The pre-calc
was-
test can't be worth it, right?
It's not.
It's not.
worth it.
It's
but
not.
it's good
I
to
just
know
signed
how
up.
like the system works.
I guess.
So
It was not worth it.
I feel like most of the concepts in pre-calc don't.
I
They
feel
don't
like
translate to anything.
No,
Yeah,
they translate until they translate to BC. I
like
think.
barely though. Like even
okay. The
before.
only
concepts,
thing
I
that
think,
translates
Do you
from
think BC's
BC
all like new stuff? Or?
no, because BC's like series
Oh,
and
BC's like-
stuff, right? So
But that's
the
like only like polar in
It's
BC.
like it like With
That's
pre-calc
true.
course, it's kind of stupid.
Why do they teach stuff that they don't test? There's like a whole unit on
Oh, yeah.
matrices.
I think
Matrices.
one
What's the
thing-
other one? They
Parametric?
limits.
Oh, limits. Yeah.
Well, limits was on it until this year, right? Was it? I don't know.
It was part of the curriculum.
Yeah.
This year, definitely.
Honestly, one thing for me is when we took the AP pre-calc test, I don't know about you, but for me, I would say the stuff we did in class was, in my opinion, so much harder than the actual test.
Mm-hmm.
The actual test was so easy.
Yeah, no,
like, it was
I
light.
had like
I heard
30
it was
minutes
light,
per section, like to spare.
Yeah. It was. Really easy.
I fell asleep.
But the class itself, going into sophomore year, I would say AP pre-calc class was the first like really hard class I've ever had.
Yeah.
The jump is just
Like-
so bad.
Like for me, I would say it was like the first time I was like, wait, I might actually get a B. Like,
Right, it's like
yeah, I had to lock in.
yeah.
Like I had like a 90 second quarter, like on the dot,
had, like,
because I didn't
89,
do
right?
any homework. Yeah, and it's like, oh my god, like our pre-calc final
I
was
think
so
option-
bad.
The pre-calc final was so hard.
It was so hard, and then
Yeah.
the AP test is nothing like
Well,
it.
I know it was like pretty much the same. I think it's just because we learned so much AB
Yeah.
stuff. We already learned like we were driven to like know all how to do all
How to
this
do-
math
Yeah,
stuff.
or one thing I would say is like they didn't prepare us for the graphing calculator part at all. Like we
Yeah, they
spent
moved-
1 week on calculator,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and then we just failed the
Did
calculator.
we ever use a calculator in AB? Like one test, I think, right?
For AB.
We had one.
No, 'cause-
No, we didn't. Ramsey didn't give us any like calculator.
They give us one quiz, and then Arias was like, "Oh, we need another quiz." And my grade's like a 60.
Yeah.
And then we had another one.
Did you took calculus this year or next year?
Dude, I took algebra 2 honors this year.
What is
I was gonna take pre-calc over the
That's
summer.
like
Algebra
integrated.
two,
That's
like integrated?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we
like
have
integrated too.
integrated.
Integrated is such a stupid system.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it out there, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it out there. The counselors, like for freshman year, I think a lot of people asked to skip integrated.
Can we
3,
skip
right?
integrated
then-
math? And they're like,
and the counselor's like, no, and then we go
It's
into integrated 3. It was
stupid.
such a waste of time.
because there was like some rumor spreading around all those freshmen. They were like, you can skip math.
It's not. I think the way it works is if you didn't go to
If you went to like
a
St.
weird
Michael's
middle
or something
school,
like that,
right?
yeah.
And then
St.
they
Michael's.
taught integrated 3 at
Oh
the
yeah,
middle
that's
school.
like yeah.
Yeah.
Then they let you skip, but I don't like it.
Yeah, the
Integrated
system with,
3
like,
was such a waste.
like geometry, like algebra, algebra 2.
Yeah.
I just
Pre-calc.
for integrated 3, I can just sat next to Evan Hall and just talk to him the whole time.
Yeah,
we should have
that was-
we should have done pre-calculus in freshman year and then calc AVBC sophomore year.
That.
Oh, yeah.
I think it would be better to take like
That'd be
normal
really
pre-calc.
hard, though.
Yeah,
Imagine jumping straight into AB.
Yeah, I know.
I think it would be like normal pre-calc and then like AP pre-calc. I mean that'd be better than doing integrated math. Like taking both AP and non-AP.
Didn't you like create a
pre-calc.
whole schedule where you try to optimize like taking every
Oh,
single
yeah.
class?
That your schedule wouldn't work.
It-
I would say.
I think you might have to change a few things, but technically could, but
Computer
it would be
science, for
hell.
example.
For what?
For,
Computer science.
he created a schedule.
If he didn't
like,
have band.
If he didn't have band,
How many
how many
APs?
APs he could take? Like
How many
fit-
could you?
Like, it was like almost every single
It was
class.
like
was AP.
almost that we
Every single
offered,
AP
like
class.
almost.
How
Besides
much?
like the foreign language ones.
How much?
Yeah.
Like
I don't
16?
think
I think
foreign
it's-
language APs are not worth it, right? Because
Yeah.
it's just so hard.
'Cause you-
Yeah.
If you know the language, just like whatever.
And like
Yeah.
the
well,
classes
unless
are
you know it.
useless.
I mean, the
Yeah.
thing is, like, I have biliteracy seal for Spanish because you don't need to take AP Spanish. I don't see the reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just taking 2 years of Spanish and then.
Yeah, that's what I did. I already took my second year of Spanish already. I'm not gonna do it
Yeah,
anymore.
there's no reason.
Because
AP
unless you're trying to
Spanish
get
is-
biliteracy, there's literally no point. Unless you're literally trying to like go
Even
to a
for
country and
that-
speak the language.
Yeah,
then there's
even
no
for
point.
the seal,
Yeah.
you don't need to take AP for the seal. It's
You
just
just need
7, 8.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
And then
Yeah, are there, you only need 6, 7, 8, or you get 5 in the exam, right? To get biliteracy.
You need 3.
3?
Yeah, you need to pass it.
Yeah.
Oh,
3 to
yeah,
pass
it's,
any of
it's
these.
not that
But
bad.
most colleges have to take like 4, right?
It's not for credit though.
What?
Because you're not
AP Spanish?
majoring in like Spanish. and
Yeah,
stuff.
but most high schools require at least like 2 years.
2 years,
right?
yeah.
That's what
2 years.
cathedral
Or
requires.
Almost all like CA high schools, right? California high schools.
I think so maybe.
Majority. At
Yeah.
least.
And I don't know why we don't have volunteering requirements here.
Do you?
Luckily.
You guys do volunteer hours or anything?
No, I don't think we have to do
I don't think it's like
Except
in
for some
California.
religion
Yeah, I
classes.
mean, you
Some
have a
religion
lot of
classes
hours.
require
I think,
volunteer
Yes.
do you have
Yeah.
hours? I
And
think
That's
me
why
and-
I wanted
me
to
and-
start the club thing.
Yeah, me
Because
and,
that
I
would
me
go
and
to
Zong,
church
we
for
have
volunteer
hours,
hours.
right? How many hours do you have? Didn't you like volunteer for like the Buddhist club or something like that?
Yeah.
But you can kind of like bullshit volunteer hours.
I mean,
Well,
Can
Unless you like talk about it. I don't
you
even
can
know.
extend
For
them
me,
definitely, but
I think one thing I did is going back to chess. I
208
taught.
hours.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, that
not-
might be
Wait,
a
how
little-
many? Wait, how many? Years?
that might be a little bit less, but it's around 208.
Damn, that's a lot. I did 200 hours as well. I taught for a nonprofit. I taught
Yeah.
chess.
Cha-cha.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, I mean, I don't think I'd be a bad teacher. Like, I'll be honest, I don't think I'd be a terrible teacher, but the thing is, for a nonprofit, and then my student he did not care.
Yeah.
Like, he just did not care about chess. But I did my best, and I think hopefully he improved. I don't know.
Maybe you train the next grandmaster.
That's just not happening.
Maybe, bro.
Because you reach a point where they're just better than you, and there's no
Yeah.
point.
And then there's
Yeah.
like some states where you to graduate you need like 15 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least in Washington you need.
Don't like colleges require volunteer hours, or like they
15
like
hours
it.
isn't that bad
Depends.
though. It's like
So you know.
Yeah, that's
So,
like
it's like-
2 events or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would say, like, I think one thing that I think about a lot is, like, the comparison between is GPA more important or is extracurriculars more important?
Extracurriculars,
I would say extracurriculars, right? Like, I don't know.
no. If your GPA isn't
If your
good,
GPA
you
is, like,
have
terrible.
extracurriculars.
If your
Well,
GPA
it
is
depends on the majors,
terrible.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it has
that's
to be like pretty decent.
I think if you have an average or higher, I think.
And then course
curriculars-
rigor is a thing,
Actually,
right?
even then,
Yeah,
if
I
your
think
GPA
rigor's
kinda
more important
sucks,
than
Rigor's-
GPA. Well, it
yeah.
depends on your GPA.
even if your
You
curriculum
fail.
or
Yeah,
your GPA
yeah.
kind of sucks, that
I
like
think-
extracurriculars.
There's
Like,
you can't go too low on your GPA though.
Yeah,
Obviously.
obviously,
Yeah.
you get kicked out of sports
Yeah.
or extracurriculars.
Well, you can't go like.
No, sports is like you need at
you
least
need
like a C.
You need
Yeah,
pass
Yeah.
at
yeah,
least.
passing
Yeah,
grades.
exactly.
I mean, most people who are like really like, you know,
Yeah, I mean, I don't
intense
know.
on sports like practice like 3 hours a day.
I feel like
Like,
you
That's
you
like
know-
your school, right?
hockey,
some,
right? Yeah.
no, I don't practice that much for hockey, but like
Really?
I know some sports like swim.
Mhm.
Dude, they practice
Oh,
like
yeah.
once in the morning, once
Oh yeah,
after school.
It's like
and
James.
once-
James.
Wake up
I
It's
think
like
air's always
for the
wet.
football
Yeah,
teams
yeah.
too, like they practice more than CIF allows.
That's
Because
crazy.
they're just freaking like they're just crazy, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Aren't you? Isn't your hockey team like really good or something?
They're pretty good, but it's not like it's like kind of connected with. It's weird. It's like district,
Oh,
so
So it's like not strictly cathedral.
not
hockey?
strictly. It includes like Del Norte, Westview, Scripps Ranch,
Yeah.
schools like that.
There's like rules you have to like attend school, like how many periods
Yeah.
in order to like compete, right?
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think at least at Cathedral, I'm pretty sure if you miss like a day at school, you can't go to practice that day.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't if you don't go to school, you can't go to practice after. Yeah.
Oh yeah, or something like that.
Do you enjoy playing hockey? Like, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
Do you
But
get injured a lot? Because isn't like
there's
pretty
people who get injured a
physical?
lot.
Are there like fights?
Oh yeah, I
There
always
are
see
fights. There's a lot of fights.
I always see clips of like hockey players and then they just throw their gloves down.
and then they put the shirts over their head.
Yeah,
like-
like-
Yeah, it's pretty.
Have you gotten into any fights?
I did. I got into 2.
Oh,
Not
you
this
win?
season. Yeah, I won them.
Oh,
They're like a
good
while
stuff.
ago. They're a while ago.
Do you get in trouble for that, or is like they just don't care? Like,
They
No,
like put you in like the box.
It depends. Like
and
if
then-
you like just like fighting somebody, you'll probably get like just a regular penalty, right? Most of the time, I guess you'll get like kicked out of the game, and then you have to like
Wow.
play. You have to. If you get kicked out, you're not allowed to go to the next game.
so what happened with your fights? Like, did you get?
I think for those ones, I just got like 10 minutes,
Ah.
so it's not too bad. But then,
Are you put in like the box by yourself? Isn't there something like that?
No, usually with like big fights, like it's a bunch of people, so like 3 people.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
But I think the worst I ever got was actually I was on probation for a year. Cause
Oh.
Because I like me and some other dude, we came off like the bench to get into the fight,
Uh huh.
right? Because it was like a 2v1, so we were like, dude, that's messed
Oh.
up. So we like come off. Like we didn't actually like fight. Well, one dude like threw a punch, but that's like a big like, you know, no.
Yeah.
Because like if people get off the bench, then everybody gets off, and then it's a whole like it's
yeah,
a whole
yeah.
I know
fight.
what you mean.
So we I think we only got like a game or 2 suspension, right? And then we could have got 30-day suspension, and we were probation on a year. So if we did that again, like if we jumped off the bench during the fight again, then we'd be like
Oh,
suspended for
like it's like legal probation.
yeah, we'd be suspended for the rest of the year. So
That's yeah.
for the rest of the time period. So I mean that was the worst, but I mean it's not too
Yeah, it
bad.
seems like
I think at the when you watch pro, they just fight and like they just let it go until you like fall down.
Yeah.
But when you're a kid, like they like stop it. They try to stop it early.
Well, yeah,
they don't
because
want
you're
you,
a
like-
kid. Like,
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. Like they just allow you
Yeah.
to fight.
But fights
oh,
aren't like
just
the
let
main
them
reason
duke
for
it out.
injury. Like most people get injured like when you try to like hit somebody.
Mhm.
Like I know one guy, he tried to hit somebody, but he's going really fast, and he like popped his shoulder.
Oh.
Dude, people,
he,
like,
he needs to get like
dive into
surgery for
people.
that.
What would you say is like your worst?
Yeah, it
one?
happens. I
Yeah.
don't think I've gotten that injured from.
Oh.
Like the worst I got is concussion, or I broke my finger because of like somebody shot a puck at me.
Oh.
But I mean, yeah, it's like kind of
Not that bad. I only got.
Not that bad. It's a concussion.
kind of bigger, but
I wasn't fully
there's people who do.
paralyzed.
I know one guy. I mean, two people. Like one guy, like some guy like falls on your leg because they hit you, fall down, right, and then he broke his femur.
Oh my.
And didn't even notice, but
Is the femur like?
How
the
do you
greatest
not
bone in
notice
every-
Yeah.
that?
It's
no,
like,
because
really
like
hurts.
it
like,
hurt, but he just thought it was like bruised or something, not like
Oh.
because it wasn't like fully. It was just like hairline.
fractured or something.
Yeah. Another guy, some dude like fell on his what's this?
Calf.
His
Yeah.
calf, right? And it just
Yeah.
like broke those ones.
Damn.
So, I mean, like injuries happen, but
Yeah.
it's like
That happened in every sport.
yeah,
That's true.
it
It
happens.
happens in chess. too.
Yeah, you know you're
chess boxing.
Somebody like throws over the chess boxing and
Oh,
you get
the
hit.
chess boxing. The fact that that's
It
like,
happens.
isn't that? I think I saw something saying that chess boxing could become an Olympic sport soon. That'd be so funny to me.
Chess boxing.
Yeah, seeing
Is
chess
boxing an
boxing.
Olympic sport?
Yeah.
Oh, how
I
does
think
that
so.
how does that
Think
work
so.
for chess boxing?
Chess boxing. Wait,
It's
how
like
does it
10
work?
minutes switching.
It's like you
It's-
10 minutes of playing moves and then you get up and then you box.
box.
And then
So
go
you have to be
back.
like multi-talented.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
be physical.
It's
Do
like
you
that
think
It's
one.
like
win a chess
brains
boxing
and
match?
bronze, but you have to put them
Could
You know
I
that
win
one
the chess
Chinese
boxing?
girl that does UFC but is also
Like
a
the doctor. Yeah, I seen that one too. Yeah. There's like
You versus Vison chess boxing. Who
Oh.
would win?
I think.
Like I have to knock out Andrew before.
Yeah,
he
wait.
kills me.
Like, how does it work? If you
I
get
guess
whoever
knocked out,
wins
you
first-
just lose.
Whoever
No, whoever-
checkmates
Yeah, you have
first
to
or
win
whoever
first.
Wins
like,
the boxing match first.
yeah.
However,
So knockout or checkmate?
either
Yeah,
the-
probably have to
knock
the
out.
first one to happen.
What do we start with? Boxing or chess?
I don't know.
well, I
how it
think
works.
I don't know how.
Maybe
it
it's
works.
a
I think
flip a
I
coin.
think
I don't
it's
know.
chess first.
10 minutes, you said?
I don't know how
It's
long
something
it is.
like that.
Something like it's some time that you switch
So
off.
basically-
Yeah, I think if I
I
started
have-
boxing first, I could probably beat Andrew.
So
before.
basically, I have 10 minutes to checkmate him or I'm cooked.
Yeah,
That's
or yeah,
basically
fight
how
by
it
this.
works.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cooked.
Maybe on the next podcast.
Next episode, yeah.
Next episode we'll try.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Yeah, I just got a summer.
You got out of summer.
Got out of
got
summer.
got out of school.
You got
So,
into summer,
what was it? Yesterday I went to the beach with some friends.
What beach do you go
La
to?
Jolla.
La Jolla.
yeah.
Oh, you know that means like the jewels or something like
Yeah.
that.
That's crazy.
A lot of them live around there.
Like jewels.
What are y'all gonna do for the summer? What are you doing?
Oh.
Palomar summer courses.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm also doing Palomar
What are you
What
doing?
for Cal.
Oh.
That
I
probably
can
is
do like
why we
VC
should-
next year.
Oh no,
I can skip
you
VC.
can't go to Palomar if you're not.
You're not a sophomore. You haven't graduated sophomore year.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
No, it's if you're 16 or older. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's a PUSC rule.
Yeah.
What's PSC rule? Well, I mean, I can do whatever I want. Yeah.
Because you're in cathedral. Wait, what APs did y'all take? What APs did you take this year?
Math and chemistry.
What math?
Huh? Yeah.
I think you all know what math.
Do the viewers know what math?
Yeah.
Do the viewers even know what math is?
Yeah.
So
explain
math-
to
Oh,
them
yeah.
math.
Explain
Yeah,
math.
explain
Math
math
is
to
like
us.
adding numbers together and stuff.
Is that what we learned in calculus?
We
Pretty
learned that in
much.
grade two.
Ah,
Yeah, it's
We
adding
learned how to do
together.
addition and subtraction in grade two.
Would you say AP Chem was harder than your math APs?
No.
Really, math was harder than
Math
chem.
is pretty hard.
Alright, let's move on to Elijah Bowen.
Oh,
What APs did you take?
I took Calc AB. That's the
Standard.
and world.
Hardest? Or hardest was AB? Or
AB is that probably the hard. Actually, I spent more time worrying about the world exam than I
Yeah,
did about
World
the
was easy. And then
'cause
you
I-
took AP World, right?
Yeah, I took it.
World was easy.
I thought it was easy.
I took,
It was a lot easier than I expected it to be.
yeah.
I think some people thought it was hard because there's a different prompt, the pirate prompt.
The pirate prompt?
Apparently that one was hard, but like,
There was also the what was the other one? It was like the
What was
Africa
ours?
one.
What was
ours
ours?
was the woman like how
Woman in, is that the one you got?
Yeah,
the
I got it.
Woman in
industrial,
industrialization.
yeah,
yeah,
like how were
probably.
women affected
Mm.
poorly, or
Yeah.
or they got
or
more,
new opportunities, or like suffered.
Yeah.
or like same opportunities.
Or suffered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took World, Calc, and Computer Science.
What did you do in school?
Me in school? What do you mean? What did I do in school? I did
Like
school.
after school activities.
Oh, after school, like right now? I don't know. I go home.
Have you been
Code.
studying for SAT?
You code.
Yeah, I've been coding a Google extension.
Will I be able to use it?
It's like I've been using it for my homework.
It's a ChatGPT.
No, it's just like actually yeah, basically it's like okay, there's a few features right now. If you select an area on your screen, it has a question, AI answers it for you on the screen.
Smart.
So I've just been using that. Like,
Which
for,
AI are you using?
huh?
Which AI?
Well, I'm using Gemini 2.0 Flash because it's free.
Isn't Gemini the Google one?
Yeah, I'm too broke.
Isn't
for
it? What's the really good ones right now? It's
Meta AI.
We should talk about AI. I think like it's. I feel like it's scary how strong AI has become. Like,
oh,
how
have
do-
you seen the videos?
Yeah, like the
Those
videos
super-
where it's
oh,
like
that
the
was-
prompt,
Yeah,
the
those are
prompt
serious.
videos. Prompt theory, yeah.
3.
Like that's scary. Like I don't know.
Can
do
you
you
believe that we're
do you
all
see a
prompts?
situation? Yeah, we're all prompts.
Honestly, I think somebody was like, right. I don't think like the AI is actually questioning itself. I think it's just
Yeah.
like,
Somebody wrote to say that.
like it's
Yeah,
just
it
it's
is
just
rogue.
interesting how like well the AI is making
Yeah,
videos,
it's, like, crazy.
right? But I
Would-
don't think the AI is actually questioning.
yeah, because right now the AI is just doing whatever we tell it to. Once it doesn't have like its own conscience, you can't really
Exactly.
do
Do you
anything.
foresee a future where AI takes over? Like you know, how people believe where
Ultron.
AI could like
We need
take
like
over
the
world?
Terminator, but like IRL.
Yeah.
Terminator. I don't think so.
Do you see
Well,
that?
okay,
happen?
one.
Who's
I think
outside?
I don't think
Big
any
one's dead.
Terminator would beat that one.
What?
Like
I
I don't
see
know how
what's
they made the
going on.
Terminator so hard to kill in the movies.
But do you like? What if AI becomes like so smart that we just can't stop it?
That's
I don't
kinda
know.
Interesting too.
Well, then it's over.
Then it's really.
What
I
if
don't know.
AI replaces like Andrew Wang?
I mean,
Andrew Wang's just a prompt.
Doesn't AI suck at chess right now? I don't know.
No.
Isn't AI like really good at chess?
No.
Or is that like
when it
the,
first
that was
came out, it was
Stockfish.
horrible.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
we-
Stockfish. There's no
Stockfish.
AI for chess.
Wait, what
right
is
now.
Stockfish anyway? Is that like an
It's
AI?
an engine. It's an engine, not an AI. It's
Yeah.
just like an engine.
It's like knows your.
I don't exactly know how it works. It's just an engine that is really good at chess.
I think it just runs through every single possibility that
Yeah.
it knows, and then it goes like 50 moves. It keeps,
Yeah,
like,
it
going.
just keeps seeing like you know how chess players calculate like
Oh.
chess players like at most maybe 15 moves. Like you'll
Oh.
see this position 15 moves from now. Stockfish just keeps calculating until it reaches the end of the game,
Yeah.
and it'll tell you the best possible.
So-
But AI
so,
can't do that.
It's just really
Yeah, 'cause-
good at
yeah.
like. So chess is really all just about
Calculation. It's literally just all
just
calculation.
seeing ahead. Right?
Seeing ahead, yeah.
Yeah. It
Without
just I
messing
think
up.
Stockfish just like branches forward
Yeah.
more.
I'm pretty sure when they tried AI with chess, it like failed to comprehend even the rules.
Yeah, because
Like, it
AI
just
can't
started
think of
moving
yeah,
anything.
the,
pieces
the stupid
randomly.
anarchy chess thing.
Yeah, it
that
doesn't.
happens.
Yeah, it doesn't.
AI can only think one step ahead. I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
I was,
don't-
you know how I gave the like the AP test schedule to the AI and like.
Oh
the-
yeah, I completely
Like
messed up.
it could say like, oh, this person's taking this AP, but it couldn't tell like it repeated itself, you know? Like it looked at it one time, and then with another time, it was like, oh, they're taking the AP, but like
Yeah,
two
yeah.
times, and then they're like taking, yeah.
I feel
Wait.
like AI right now it gets stuff it's too inconsistent for it to really
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah.
That's true. Would
Yeah,
you
like,
say
you
like
wouldn't trust it with like a professional?
yeah, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you foresee like AI like taking over like CS jobs and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
why I
it
don't.
already is.
That's why I don't want to major in computer science. I just code for fun. Like I want to major in engineering
Do
because
you
that's
think
harder
AI
to
can
replace.
take over engineering?
Depends what.
What if
'cause,
the
like,
building's just a
like
prompt?
electrical engineering is a lot of hands-on, right? So like you would need.
Well, just code like a robot. to do
Robot.
it. Yeah, they're already creating like
Yeah, but
robots.
the robots aren't very
I
precise.
think there's definitely some trust issue, right? Like this is with AI.
Yeah,
it,
like-
it makes
outside.
mistakes.
Like, do you trust an AI robot to make an airplane you're gonna fly on?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
What's FedEx?
I wonder if it's gonna pick up in the mic.
Okay, wait. So, building off of that, like, what do you guys want to major in? Because like, I want to major in engineering. What do you want to major in?
What's like the opposite of engineering? I have to destroy his career.
What,
I'll
Yeah.
develop AI so it takes over your jobs.
do you know what you're gonna major in?
No.
Do you have any
Probably
idea?
pre-med.
Pre-med? Oh,
Yeah. I don't know.
I
I
can't.
feel like medical field is pretty like.
Yeah, that's
secure,
one thing.
right?
I don't think AI will ever replace medical field.
Like
Like-
anything that like costs humans like
Yeah, that's like.
Lives.
There's also the
Yeah.
ethical issue there. Like, are you really gonna trust a robot?
Mhm.
like you
But-
can't sue a robot, you can sue a person.
I think medical field
For
is
malpractice.
stable.
Absolutely. So.
I think medical field is like really stable, but I can't do med school, bro. That's
It's also
like,
really hard.
yeah, another
It's
4
a-
years.
yeah,
and
Yeah, it's
I'm
like a
not
lot of
doing all
school,
that.
but I
Yeah,
think
I
well,
can't
at
do
least
that.
you know that. I mean, in the future you're safe.
Yeah.
And then like,
But I'm not. I'm not making it through med school, bro. I can't do that.
I feel like I don't know.
Zong, you should become a lawyer.
What if a lawyer is just a prompt?
The
You
lawyer.
know,
What
You
if
seen
we're
like
all just
the AI
prompts right
lawyers
now?
before?
AI lawyers? How does that work?
Oh yeah, I've
Did
seen
you-
those. Yeah.
Have you seen? Oh, actually, never. I probably shouldn't talk about that.
There's some news article where it's like lawyer gets caught using ChatGPT where it's like
Oh, I
Yeah,
saw
How do you
that.
get caught though? Is that like bad? Like, what's wrong with that?
A
Yeah.
lot of
I
things.
don't think that's like legal.
No, that's just
You're
not morally
always the
right.
more
Yeah,
you
that's
need to
right.
understand. I don't know.
Why you?
What?
I feel like.
AI is scary.
Well. I mean, it'd be kind of messed up for like somebody to be paying you and you're using AI to do your job. Right?
That's true. Yeah.
Because at that point, the person can do it themselves.
Right.
They're
Like, why
Like
not?
an AI freelancer, you feel me? Like you give me like a job and it'll ask like
NFT, create NFTs.
Code AI to invest in stocks for you.
All right,
I'm
guys.
I'm
clip
open
farming.
with
I'm
that.
clip farming. I'm clip farming.
Thanks for watching the Renaissance podcast. Don't forget to follow our socials.
Our Instagram is down below in the description, and make sure to like and subscribe. And then you say something. Say something about.
Yeah.
Oh, say something about our next guest.
Oh, our next guest. Vote for our next guest in the comments.
Vote. Oh yeah.
Yeah, business survey.
Alright.
We have to make a survey.
Thanks for coming, Andrew Wang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been
How fun.
amazing.
It's been amazing.
Show the camera this amazing
Yeah, it's
handshake.
been very amazing. I had a blast.
Oh yeah, we're gonna clip that for sure.
Yeah.
We'll invite you some other time.
Alright, yeah, I'm
Again.
down. Okay.
Yeah, if you guys want, he'll come back again.
I'm
Yeah.
down. I'm down.
Just let us know.
If this video gets
5 likes.
25 million
one like,
likes.
if it gets 1 like, he'll come back.
Eventually,
he'll
yeah.
come back in a future episode.
He's gonna get 0 likes.
Is that it?
Yeah. I guess
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
Oh, clap.
Okay.